Hi, welcome to Apart View video tutorials. This video tutorial will be shown to you by Dave. He will take you through a step-by-step procedure in repairing this appliance.
In this video tutorial I'll be replacing the solid hot plate on a Beko SC1521 cooker, but these hot plates are pretty standard and this procedure will also cover other makes and models such as Hotpoint, Creeder, Indesit, Ariston, the list goes on, as long as they have the same type of hot plates. Some of the details may vary, such as fixings and wiring colours, but the general procedure should be the same. Before you start to do any work on a cooker, turn off the power and if possible, to be extra careful, remove the fuse. You may want to get a small container to hold the screws when you remove them. That way they're all kept in the same place and less likely to get lost. The hob top on this cooker is held on by two screws at the back, and once released it unhooks from two brackets at the front. You'll need to undo a few nuts before you can lay the hob flat. So if you rest a piece of wood on the front and rear of the cooker, you can sit the hot plate on it. It will now give you a firm base to work from, plus make it easier to balance. The nuts I was referring to are the ones holding the earth wires onto the underside of the hot plate. But be careful how you lift the hob section up, because there are a number of other wires attached from the hot plates to the regulators. Use a 10mm spanner and undo the locking nuts on the hot plates that fasten the earth wires. Now place a second piece of wood over the top of the cooker so you can rest the hob on. With the earth wires out of the way, you can twist the hob sideways and place it so that hot plates are sitting on the wood. Before stripping the hot plate out, test it to be sure that it is that which is at fault. If you get a reading from all the terminals, then the plate's okay. But if there's no reading from one or more connections, then the plate needs replacing. Test from the metal leads going into the hot plate rather than the screw connections, because you may get a negative reading from them unless you make a really good connection with your meter probe. Now set about unscrewing the wiring connections. Either use a size 10 Torx bit or a small flat blade screwdriver. The wires should be a standard colour throughout all four hot plates and fit into the same connection on each one. Plus all the terminals are numbered, so you shouldn't have any trouble refitting them to the new hot plate. But if it's still not sure, then take a photo or make a note of which colour goes where. As you can see by the rust on this base plate, spills on the hob top tend to seep under the hot plate. This in many cases is what causes the plates to blow, so it really is good practice to wipe up any spills as soon as they happen. Once you've established that it is the hot plate that's faulty, remove the fixing nut that holds it onto the hob unit. You may have a crossbar like this one, or it could be bolted onto the hob in a different manner. For this type of fixing you'll also need to remove the nut holding the other hot plate, because you'll have to take the bar off so you can access the faulty one. If you have the plate resting on the wooden support, then it will stay put. With all the wires off of the hot plate, you can now remove the base cover plate. Don't remove the heat resistant wadding. This helps insulate the underside of the plate and minimises heat loss into the cabinet recess. If you're looking for a particular part, just enter your model number in the search bar at apartforyou.co.uk and a list of available spares for that model will be shown. But if it's not there, phone or email and one of my colleagues will be only too happy to assist you. If you hold the bolt section of the other hot plate, you can lift the hob slightly without disturbing it, and then ease the faulty hot plate out. You can see the area that water has seeped onto the underside of the plate and caused it to rust badly. Make sure the hot plate you're fitting is the same as the one you're taking out, because there are differences, but this will be covered in another video. These hot plates come in different wattage, so be sure you order the correct one, not only for your make and model but also for the location on the hob. Just tell us your make, model and where on the hob the hot plate is and we'll be able to give you the correct hot plate for that location on your cooker. Replace the retaining bracket. You may need to jiggle it about a bit to get the holes lined up, but when it is, refit the washers and fixing nuts. Make sure the plate has been secured tightly or it may slide about when the hob is fitted. There are other free videos at apartforyou.co.uk that are targeted to help and assist with component replacements on other domestic appliances besides cookers. You can locate and buy all your spares online by just entering your model number in the search bar, and a list of parts for that model will be displayed. Remember that you're not in a race when it comes to repairing your appliance, whatever it is, so take your time and look at what you're doing. Working fast only comes with experience and knowledge of the machine, so don't feel you have to complete the task in record time, or you could end up taking it all apart again to fit a part that you previously left off. Connect the wires in their respective locations on the hot plate terminal block. If you're not sure where they go, just check with the other plates because, as I mentioned at the start of the video, each hot plate should have the same wiring layout. Stand the hob on end so you can refit the earth wire, and be sure to fit it under the other wire so it's next to the hob, or you won't be able to replace the hob properly. Fit and tighten the nuts, and don't forget the washers. Before you replace the hob, make sure that you've removed all the tools and oddments that may be resting on the oven casing, and also ensure that none of the wires are likely to come into contact with anything that would cause them to overheat or chafe. Slot the front of the hob in the two retaining brackets and replace the screws at the back. We hope this video was useful to you, and remember to shop online at apartforyou.co.uk, because this is how we're able to finance making these videos. Thanks for watching.